Do 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 do. Testing the microphone. Testing the microphone. Okay, microphone works. That's good. Very, very good. What about the this stream? Okay, this stream works. Let me just put this right here. And then we'll go here. Check the Twitches. Refresh the Twitches. That looks okay. Right now we try the chat. Let's try the text to speech. See if it's
Test.
okay. That's a it's doubling up, so I need to just close and reopen the chat window, and that should fix it. All right. Let's go ahead and post my social links. And pin those on this stream. Okay. And now this goes here, this goes here. Might as well link my socials here as well, just in case somebody pops up in this little chat. But I won't be able to interact with this. Okay, that's chat 1. Now, window 2. Switch to face cam to say, hello folks, it's me. I'm Biggie and I'm back. We're live. We are just having a good old fun time playing some Warhammer. Rogue Trader. I hardly know her, but we're going to actually do that and see if the gameplay experience is going to be any fun. But yeah, just playing some Rogue Trader today. Nothing too special. We're going to play this. We're going to play some more Rogue Trader tomorrow. And we're going to take a long holiday. Oh wait, my belly's showing. Pardon me. But yeah, we're going to take a long holiday afterwards. And we'll see what's going to happen then. But yeah, we're going to do that. And if you're on the vertical stream, welcome as well. Unfortunately, I won't be able to see a lot of the interaction from you guys. That's the gist of the vertical stream. I'm not able to allow the text to speech to happen on that side, and your chat won't show up on the bottom. So that being said, thanks for being here anyways. And if you like the stream, don't forget to like it. But we're just getting started right now, and hopefully hi Lisa Lewis, sup? Just playing some good old Rogue Trader. The game's a couple of years old, but it's still a good old tactical RPG step in the Warhammer universe. So thanks for being here. YouTube does its best trying to recommend me to relevant audiences, but yeah, we're doing good. I'm on my side. If you didn't know, I'm quadriplegic, so my hands barely works, but that's just good enough to play some good old tactical RPG. But I'm gonna take this chance to thank my members, I guess. So Bob, there we go. Thank you, members. Apilux, Mana, Doug Bolton, Rafael Vega Chapa, Techno, Amislam, all you guys for being members. At the time of streaming, you guys get to watch vids early, get some cool badges and emojis, and you get turned into a Pokemon. So if you're interested in getting turned into a Pokemon, feel free to say join the membership program and get some cool perks. you get some cool badge. I'm just gonna demo some of the badges on the Twitch here, so you know that it's available. Yeah, there's badges if you're either subscribed on Twitch or if you're a member on YouTube. These really cool badges will be available for you to use. But yeah.
Imig 2 hype, Imig 2 love, Imig 2 bonk, Imig 2 nope, Imig 2
Yeah, so that's all well and good. But oh wait, you won't be able to see him in this stream. Oh well, never mind. Let me just change to a screen on the game so you can actually see them. All right, yeah, you can see those little badges on the bottom there. But yeah, we're playing some Rogue Trader. Okay, when we last left off, we were in the middle of
Deeper you go, the less visible the Astronomican gets, and the less people know about the Imperium. The arrival of a rogue trader is the best thing that can happen to a world like that. The very best.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Lord Captain.
Right, so we were in the middle of talking with Idira here. Idira, I hardly knew her. And that's the just after we're done talking with Idira, we could continue on the main story. And yeah, I'd like to hear your augury. What awaits me in the future?
All right, let's hear what they're whispering about you.
Okay, sure. What are the whispers?
Seek not on firm ground, but in a golden hall suspended in the void. There waits a child without kin, but with a name blind to truth. She draws the brush across the canvas and does not notice that her palette is full not of paint, but of blood.
Ooh.
And with each smear, this well does not deplete, but fills and fills up to the brim. One thing is clear. When this vessel overflows, none will remain unstained.
Okay, so we're getting Child Emperor vibes with blood stains on the carpet. Annie, are you okay?
Among the blind men and false prophets, a red-robed sage seeks the answer to a question. He does not know that it is not the answer he must seek, but the question that will draw everything into focus. Will you help him, Rogue Trader? But mark that sometimes ignorance is sweeter than oblivion.
Okay. Another red robe sage. We'll see.
A chained hound chases after glimmers of the aurora, but sparks in the scent of oil confound his nose. A chain trails after him. What will happen if you pick it up? Will you become his master, or merely another beast in the pack of his true lord?
Okay. Chained hound. So there's actually somebody we might be able to recruit in the future?
The glow of dawn bursts forth from its prison. Dungeon walls cannot contain the dark essence wallowing in the dust. A naive cub pushes his nose into a familiar hand, one that holds death in twisted glass. Cherish it or cast it off as a burden. The sword of change has already been raised. What is one more life to it?
Another very cryptic foreshadowing.
I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The voices are going wild. I can't make out a thing. I'll try to rein them in somehow, but of course.
Okay, thank you, Idira. So there's that. And that's pretty much it. The only thing left to do now is we talk to Abelard about the future. Oh, cool looking effect there. But yeah, we could talk to Allard. Look at the future. Stretchy, stretchy. And yeah, if you're heading to the full stream, welcome to the full stream. Feel free to have a chat in the chat, and I'll try to interact with you if I can. Feel free to ask any questions.
Lord Captain,
Now let's talk about a thing that may be useful to me as a rogue trader.
a noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you.
All right, so what do we? What's the situation in Expanse? What do we need to know, and then what do I keep in mind?
This is a topic for an official briefing, not a casual conversation. But I will try to answer succinctly. And if you permit, in my own words, the Coronis Expanse is considerably removed from the heart of the Imperium. This means that local warp routes become useless within months. Established pathways are regularly subject to attacks from all kinds of rabble. And in the only major port, the Imperium's frigates find themselves moored alongside pirate vessels.
Okay. Yar, pirates.
Until recently, the Coronis Expanse could hardly have been called a region of the Imperium. The situation has changed with the arrival of the Lord Inquisitor, but not by much. This place operates under its own rules, you see. More radical, so to speak. But ones that allow for a non-standard approach where there is a promise of victory. The Coronis Expanse is considered rogue trader territory for a reason. Only rogue traders have sufficient military might, audacity, and the rights granted them by the warrant to survive the leap into the unexplored part of the Expanse, and in the event of a successful outcome, to hold on to whatever they manage to capture on the frontier.
So basically, newly conquered places. So who are the main players?
In the first instance, you should treat official representatives of the Imperium with respect. The Expanse may be on the fringes, but it still numbers among the territories of the Golden Throne. The arrival of the Lord Inquisitor has turned the Coronis Expanse into a less wild and uncontrolled region, to the regret of some individuals who had grown inured to the local lawlessness. Rogue traders such as yourself are also servants of the Imperium. They have been accorded special rights and powers. They wield immense authority within their territory, and they enjoy absolute respect in other parts of the Expanse. The most powerful of them are Kalagos Winterscale and Incendia Bastal Chorda. Tread carefully when dealing with either of them.
Winterskill and Bastal Chorda. Fair enough.
If we are to speak of unclaimed territory, which is what Footfall is, among the scum that dwells on that handful of asteroids, there are 3 factions that wield considerable influence in the sector. The first is the Kazbala Commission, organized crime in its most primitive form. It holds sway over the Liege of Footfall, and has links to rogue trader Winterscale. The second faction is an offshoot of our shining ecclesiarchy, followers of St. Drusus. They are actively building their forces, and hold influence over rogue trader Chorda. And finally, the third faction, the Explorators, a wing of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are willing to die and kill for the secrets of the ancient technological heresies that are hidden among the stars of the Coronis Expanse.
Okay. So, Winterscale and crime, follow like the followers of the Drusians, and whatchamacallit, and the other, and Chorda. Okay. And those, another group which is the Adeptus Mechanicus, the machine cult people. Previous Master of Whispers. What can you tell him about him?
You know, Lord Captain, I am no admirer of fine art. But when we next find ourselves in a civilized port, with time to spare, I will promptly find an artist and commission a portrait of the individual to whom you refer, with a hole between the eyes. Conrad Voigtveer. That he committed his treachery and escaped with his life was an unforgivable oversight. We both served Lord Captain Theodora for many years, and we never saw eye to eye. He was
Well, you only
brash.
have one
He was
eye.
never afraid of assuming responsibility, and he willingly took on difficult tasks. I am loath to admit it, but the von Valancius Protectorate continues to reap the fruits of his labors to this day. His service always garnered my respect. But everything else about him made me want to wring the neck of that two-faced. If you are taking comfort in the thought that we will hear no more of Conrad, prepare to be disappointed. You thwarted his plans, his meticulously plotted and nurtured treachery. He is sure to attempt to strike at you, and he will use his contacts and knowledge of the Protectorate to do so. The only question, Lord Captain, is whether you will be able to anticipate his next steps.
The thing about it is, Kunrad, his betrayal, didn't bank on the fact that somebody is going to off the Lord Captain, or the former Lord Captain at the very least. So that means that there is somebody in our retinue, almost certainly, who's actually still cooperating with him, or is responsible for offing the captain.
As you wish, Lord Captain.
What about you, Miss
As
Seneschal?
you wish, Lord Captain. What would you like to know?
The thing is, the Seneschal is the, whatchamacallit, the righteous person out of all of us. So if Abelard was behind this, it's going to be rough. But it could be one of the other members that are here. Could be the
Hey,
dude.
Biggie.
Oh, hello.
I mean howdy howdy. Infringes on Manta's greeting.
Hi. Thanks for being here, Silvala. Just playing a little bit of Rogue Trader. Tell me about yourself, Sir Seneschal. Would it be? But yeah, we don't still a mystery who offed Theodora here.
I used to be an officer in the Navis Imperialis. No, a used to be is not quite right. It was not simply a job. It was my calling, the essence of my life. I was proud to serve Lord Captain Theodora, but in my heart and mind, I'm still an officer of the Imperium. I met Lord Captain Theodora on a mission where the Imperial Navy was providing reinforcement to the rogue traders' army on one of the frontier worlds. Our acquaintance was not easy. Working with people outside the Navy hierarchy has never been my strong suit. It was to my great surprise then, that after the mission's completion, I received a referral to leave my service in the Navy and join the rogue traders' personal council.
Oh, so he's retired.
It was a difficult choice for me. But I saw in the offer a chance to serve the interests of humanity even more effectively than in the Navis Imperialis. You do not need me to
why
tell
were
you
you
just how
permitted to
remarkable
quit
a
your post?
person Lord Cap. You could say there was no one among the naval command who was willing to impede the wishes of the rogue trader.
Ha.
To do so
Okay.
would be to risk their own position and their relationship with Theodora. Well, the Lord Captain possessed certain contacts in the Imperial Navy. Contacts which she used to request help during the conflict on the border world. And which
So
enabled her to make
basically,
me an
she
offer
just,
that resulted in the Navis
muscled.
Imperialis is an ancient institution with its own mandates and muster lists. On occasion, in the heat of an official briefing or an informal discussion,
Ooh, I got XP.
I violated those rules, determined to press my point. It is challenging to choose the words to accurately express my opinion on a situation or the actions of others that do not sound overly scathing or confrontational. Many in command were inclined to view my manner of speaking as unbefitting a person of my rank.
We got coercion test succeeded. So what is being said here is that basically Abelard was a little bit too heated for his own good. I think that's the way he's saying it. Challenging to choose the words of accusator. Okay, so basically he is a little bit too straightforward for, and speaking a little bit too straightforward. Okay, what about Theodora? You think you speak like you're in love with her? Hmm?
What? Lord Captain, any allegations of improper feelings or unsanctioned relations are utterly baseless and bordering on the insulting. Utterly baseless.
Yeah, okay. But anyways, do you have family though?
I am a widower. I am a
Aww.
father of 4, and if my information is not outdated, a grandfather of 11. My family lives on Dargonus. None of my children express any eagerness or aptitude for serving aboard ship, and I would hardly have insisted that they follow in my footsteps.
Wow. Grandpa. Thank you,
Of
Grandpa.
course.
You may call me by my first name if you wish.
I thank you for the honor, but I must decline. As a former military officer, I believe in the importance of order in all things, including the chain of command. You are the Lord Captain, my direct superior. I am not prepared to address you in any way.
Fine.
Lord Captain.
Just call me Lord Captain. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna save here. And we're finally getting to some gameplay. By looking at the map. Here's the map. Which way do we go? Alright, so we have Star Systems. The event of the Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader takes place in the vast region of the Coronis Expanse. And we just go flying around. Each star system contains objectives you can interact with, such as obelisks marked as points of interest. Okay. So, this is the Rykad Minoris. So, we needed to scan. We have the New Blood, the Machine Spirits Keeper, and land on the Rykad Minoris. We have... wait. Okay. We have an unidentified void ship here. We have an area not explored. Visit Rykard Vale, the prison planet. And Rykard Majoris. Not explored. So what is this? The heralds of the Navis Nobilite continue to maintain Vox silence, perhaps due to Urag 5 being off limits to visitors. We intercepted signals from the beacons drifting in the stations. The demands are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. We also have detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably, it is remains of interplanetary shuttles. The steamed Navis Nobilite house require aid and therefore cannot respond to our Vox transmission. So contact the station again and we'll negotiate personally. The station does not reply even after official greeting by a rogue trader and does not declaration intent to negotiate in person. Scan the station, please. Okay, the officers and the auger crew performed a full scan of the station. Information is imprecise. The notes wave distortion is unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the reading. Okay, we are able to ascertain that the reactor core of the station is still active, but many compartments are unpowered and some fully depressurized. The signs of biological activity are largely present in the central module, which means the activity station have not been abandoned. So the question remains: why are the esteemed navigators heralds ignoring us? We'll not invade Navis Nobilite station without first acquiring official approval. Only the navigators are blessed with the gift of steering ships through the Immaterium. Anyone else would succumb to the same nightmarish influence it projects on the crew and the vessel. The attempt to traversing the warp without a guide was a fool's errand. Yeah. Right. Forgive me for intruding, Lord Captain, but I feel it is my duty to remind you that the Navis Nobilite are highly respected citizens of the Imperium, humanity's guides to the warp. The power and status of a highborn navigator house is akin to that of your protectorate. To aid them in our hour of need is to acquire an influential ally, sure. I'll order the crew to commence docking with the station. Alright, we do not know what is happening at the station, so you'll have to look for the esteemed navigators blind. Dock safely, and may the God Emperor light you in your path. Okay. So we have party members. And we could have added maybe 2 more. Okay. Are you still here, Savala? Or if you're not, then we could add either you or Manta to the crew as well. But I do believe that probably we want to just use our usual retinue. I have a feeling that in the future we're not going to... Ah, okay, that's not good.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
Oh my goodness.
We're getting nowhere
Kick him
with
in the
these
back.
ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Executing them won't actually solve anything, would they? Wretches, you'll be consigned to oblivion for your transgressions against the house. Austerelio. Immorium Imperia, deliver your servants from peril. Oh no. Prayers will not help you, servants of the damned. In the name of House Orselio, command you to execute... okay. Executed. Hooray, NPC death. Not a step further. Master, we have some strange guests on our station. Okay. Tall man stops you with a gesture. When you approach, blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his wary face, and not just his own blood. 2 jet black, unblinking eyes are watching your every move, and the third one, the mark of the navigator's fate, is menacingly pulsing behind the lowered lid in the middle of his forehead. Step back, or I will unleash all the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Okay. An alternate dimension of pure energy and madness existing as a mirror to the real space, also known as Immaterium, the Imperium, the Ether, the Sea of Souls, or Warp Space. Okay. So basically it's an alternate name for this, for Warp Space. We could answer in High Gothic. Rogue Trader Ibigas von Valancius, and I'm no enemy of the Navis Nobilite. Okay. This Emperor who was brought me to this abode. Okay. Maybe answer in High Gothic? This system has been under the protection of the Wither-Scale Dynasty for many years. Admittedly, I did not expect to meet another Rogue Trader in my lifetime, let alone one of noble blood. Oh. Okay, so basically I said... Basically confirmed my noble blood. And since fate has brought me such an important person into my abode, allowed me to introduce myself. I am Felek Christoph August, keeper of the station. You did not come to offer support to the traitors. This is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Urak 5 is a holy sanctum to the house Orselio, and the path to it is revealed to a select few. It pains me to say that you are not on the guest list. So basically, we are looking for a navigator. Yeah. So provide me the navigator and will immediately depart the station. So you are coming with me? Okay, not yet. I have no idea what's happening. So what is happening on the station? Okay. My guess is probably this. Betrayal? Most banal thing in the life of a Nobilite, don't you think? Stabbed in the back by my closest friend, Theobald. No, not Theobald. The second keeper of Urak and my mentor. My own people sabotaged the generators, blew up the shuttles, and brutally off the servants of my mistress. Wow. Seek a prisoner. Surrounded by the throne's light. And souls will perish in the darkness of the void. Okay. The madmen have captured Lady Cassia, now torturing her upstairs while we idly chatting. Yep. Help me rescue her. Begone. I want, but waste no more of my precious time. What kind of help are you talking about? I would never ask you for such a favor under different circumstances, and yet Lady Cassia's well-being is above all. I haven't had many people left, and my wounds are too deep for me to act with precise and swiftness, but you may actually succeed. Okay, in order to ascend the mistress's chambers, you'll need to remake a holy relics. Sanctified with the blood of Lady Ostella herself. This is the control rod with elevator machine spirit. Okay, so basically, why should I help you? You came to the station for a reason. House Ostelio will not be able to help you with the current crisis resolve, but if you aid us now, I promise I will reach an agreement that you will find as satisfying if riches, influence, or the power of our navigators. Right. Okay, so how do I remake the control rod? Phylactery containing the mistress's blood, taken by the laborers. Laboratory located mechanisms. Yeah. So basically, we need to get the mistress's blood taken to the lab located behind the reliquary. The most ancient sacred mechanisms will help rebuild the rod. Tech priests will ceaselessly perform the rites, so the machine spirits would serve the house in time of need. What about powering the elevator? Cogitator is situated in the guard room. Enter and correct command sequence, and the mechanism will do the rest. Yep. Okay, so why don't you do it yourself? Never said the feat would be an easy one to accomplish. Blocked by the very same madman who took the station. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Alright, I have questions. Tell me about your mistress. Not allowed to discuss my mistress, whether I have her retinue or outsiders. Okay. Is she still alive? You may not believe me, but Lady Cassia is capable of incredible things. Wow. I think there's something about Lady Cassia that is going to be amazing. The men have reported the station is in the deplorable state. I should know. Everything happened too quickly, and there were dozens of reports of accidents, victims. Okay, hopefully everything's fine. Why did you not respond to the message from Rykard? It is holy domain of no, and it's forbidden for commoners in the world below, so we had to hope to resolve the crisis on our own. Okay, enough questions. The woes of your house in the balance of power in this part of the galaxy, I will help you, if not for the sake of profit, but the good of the Imperium. I rescue your mistress. In my return, I require the House of Ostelio to sign a contract with my protectorate. So basically, do we do it for the sake of the Imperium? Honor to save Lady Navigator from her woes. I will rescue your mistress, but in return, require the House of Ostelio to sign a contract with my protectorate. I don't want to take him by force, though. So basically, we either...
Howdy, I'm on the road again.
Howdy, Mana. Thanks for being here, buddy. So, we're in the middle of trading rogues. And basically, they're saying it will be an honor to save the Lady Navigator from her woes. Or the rogue trader's aid will cost House Ostelio. Yeah, we're apparently I came in here, and what happened is Philip Arcelio of House Arcelio is I think he's a navigator. And a bunch of navigators in here, and we're trying to get ourselves a navigator. And we're in the middle of negotiating. Either we say that I will do it for the sake of for the good of the Imperium, or it will be an honest slave lady navigator from her woes, or the rogue trader and the aid will cost House Arcelio. Should rejoice that your mistress will live. I'll rescue your mistress, but in return I require the House Arcelio will sign a contract with my protectorate. But I think what would I do as a noble? Honor the slave lady navigator from her woes? I think that's more me. You should hurry. We will stay here and to hold the line. And we've got a phylactery of blood, sealed and engraved with the C whatever yo. But we need to explore the station to find answers and restart the elevator. I'm pressing the map button. There's some loot here, right? That's a lot of loot. Oh wait, that's not, no, this is the loot. Multi-key and shards and cargo.
None shall stand in my way.
Anything else on the map?
White. Bright, pure color. And it's all riddled with horrible veins that carry the poison of fear and pain throughout its body. Who are you? Why are you crying?
If the witch is talking about the enemies of humanity who set upon this abode of noble navigators, then our weapons will soon dispel their wicked misery.
Oh, we have something to
Whispers
extend.
taught me how.
Mauled by a force far beyond any mortal capacity. Okay. Twisted in pain and the hands are fused with improvised weapons. Tools, scissors, and cutlery. Okay. I don't see anything else. But two things we need to do. We either go and return to the void ship. No, that's not return to the void ship. Just a bunch of bodyguards. But yeah, hopefully out of all this, we'll get ourselves a navigator to get ourselves out of this predicament. And I bet there's a bunch of different ways of getting navigators. And we have we could turn this on. Oh, the power's out.
That would be important to have a navigator.
Yep.
Victory
Navigator? I
awaits.
hardly know her. You can talk for her. Each minute may cost some lives. Okay. But there's been a mutiny of some sort on here, so...
He.
A new challenge for me?
The thing is, do we return to the... I think, let's look at the journal. Yep. The keeper of the station spoke of the elevator control rod could be rebuilt in the lab using the blood and sacred mechanism, and the power of the elevator must be restored using the cogitator in the guard room.
A mutiny? There isn't much being said then.
Yeah. Rogue Trader needs to recruit a new navigator, but yeah. The Navis Nobilite heralds are not responding, and basically, it appears the wait. So we have a outside intervention required, but apparently the reason why they can't crew losses. Okay, so we need to go to Rykard Minoris to get some more crew. Void ship requires new engine seer. Yep. Yep. Elevator control rod. Yep. Looking for trouble. But yeah, these are the other things that we could do. Visit Rykard, the prison planetoid. But wait, what are some...
I won't tolerate weakness.
Okay, so what do we do? Where do we go? I see, okay. This area, but I can't go? Huh.
Is there a way to look at current mission objectives?
Yeah, that was the journals. So that's the mission objective. Rebuilt in the lab using blood and sacred mechanism. Power of the elevator must be restored using the cogitator. Yeah. I think we could return... I'm not sure, but... Yeah, this elevator needs to be restored. But we need to go to some sort of lab. I thought that we could open this door, but... apparently this is not the way out. If we return to the void ship, then... we return to the void ship, I guess. I wonder if there's like a different entrance to Urak 5th. Yep. Or we could recruit Mana to join us. But... yeah, it's weird. I know, they're saying, oh no, each minute could cost her life. Yep. Hi, Master Chief. I'm right now in the middle of playing some Rogue Trader, but do we have anything from talking to bodyguards? We should weld the doors shut. Who knows from which side the renegades will attack.
Hiya, Chief.
Victory
Okay.
awaits.
Yep. The thing is, right now I'm in the middle. Well, we're playing Rogue Trader, but as far as Gundam's concerned, I've pretty much finished the main storyline, and right now I'm in the middle of trying to cobble up a team to try to win on expert difficulty. So it's going to take me a while. Ah, there it is. There's an athletics check. There we go.
An expected result.
A new challenge
Attention
for
to
me?
detail is the key to success.
Oh, there's a trap. Okay. So, is there a disarm?
I'm at your service.
Yes?
I'm always ready.
I'm restless. Let's proceed.
A trap. Oh no. Hide the monster cans.
What advice do you seek? Light of terror, guide our way.
Okay. Traps. There's a trap up ahead. Order your character to disable it.
Compared to naval service,
Okay.
that was barely a challenge.
Order your characters to disable it. If a character enters a trapped area or fails the test to disarm, the trap will trigger, dealing damage and inflicting injuries on all characters within its area of effect. Sometimes you see a trap marked with the red area and is connected to dotted line. Okay, this line leads to the mechanism that controls the trap. Hover the cursor over the mechanism. If the cursor changes to a trap icon, the trap can be disarmed. On the mechanism to attempt to disarm if you have your entire party selected. The character with the highest relevant skill score will disarm the trap. If a trap is marked with a red area without a dotted line, simply approach the trap and disarm it. Okay. Hide your kids, hide your wife.
None shall stand in my way.
Stand firm, we must not let this miscreants defile house or Celio. Okay. Wait, fire at will?
Closed ranks.
Purge them.
Speeding up animations in combat? Okay. Right, complete. To do so, hold the sign key. Space by default. Okay. Let's see.
Oh no. Psychic shenanigans it looks like.
Let's just move Abelard as close as he can. We have you here, Yadira. We have full cover here. And I shall be close. I think that's it. Let's start the battle.
Break them up.
Just a minor
Stay
setback.
vigilant.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Ow. Okay. So, where should you go? I think we'll move you to half cover right here. Will you actually block the path of, whatchamacallit then? Abelard. I think here that it is then. Yep.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
Right. This Furious Recital grants momentum.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Let's run and gun. Plus
Doubt is for the weak.
4 movement points. Ah, okay, let's move you all the way to full cover here.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
And let's use Burst Fire.
You know, it's funny how psychic powers in Warhammer is just magic and can just kinda do whatever. The Carcharodon Space Marine chapter has psykers that can summon sharks from the earth.
Let's just go pew pew.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Oh, wow. Wonderful. And can you do that again? And that should do it.
Follow my lead. My faith strengthens me.
Did he just friendly fire? Nope.
Weapon at the ready.
Idira, I hardly know her. I am tempted to move Idira. Okay, let me see how far I could actually use this. I somehow think that Abelard will... No, it's going to be me next. So what I'm going to do is... Okay, we're definitely going to use this. But not after using... Well, we have... the Medicaid guard. Deal with the healer first. And analysis.
On it.
Forewarning. On self, maybe?
Was that
I
you?
will be right back.
Or
I'm gonna taking a nap. If I don't make it in time, I would say bye after the stream was over.
Okay.
Okay,
But
Chief.
of course.
Pew pew.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Ah. Okay. Goodbye, squad. Okay, that's pretty much it.
Follow my lead. Break their morale. Stay vigilant.
Yep, you're trying your best. Let's see. Let's go with you serve me, Idira.
Already done.
Bring it down. Officer immediately grants ally an extra turn with 2 AP and no movement points. Voice of command.
Stormtrooper aim.
Not
Let's
a
just
problem for
push
me.
Idira.
Suits my purposes.
All right, let's zippity zap.
Anything else? Be gone.
Hooray! Good job. And expose your weakness. And Ambiguous could shoot. Pew pew.
You didn't stand a chance.
No chance. Nice. And I have a finest hour. Grant an ally an extra turn with full AP and MP. No
On my
attack
turn,
limit.
I give my ally another turn. Love it, LOL.
Yep. Let's use finest hour.
I am fear incarnate.
Nice. Okay, Biggie's just broken.
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
And let's use
On it.
having a look. And we're going to use forewarning.
Will do.
Analyze enemies. And let's use lightning.
I'm not so sure.
Okay. Too far?
Was that you? What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Shrieked. Okay. She's just wait. Biggie's just Borkin. Yep. I think like being the kind of like pseudo commander type character is just a little bit Borkin.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Adara, analyze that foe. Screeches, thank you, Adara, very insightful.
I will do my duty. Someone else can do this.
Okay.
As
Reload.
the Emperor commands, I act.
And then move.
Guided by faith.
Pew pew. Nope. Oh, I missed. Sir, this is a Wendy's. I'm not sure where I was going with that comment. Let's go ahead and have a look.
Will do.
Let's have a look.
Not this Scryer's job,
Oh, sorry.
but of course.
Time to expose your weakness. And a little bit of a shrieky shriek.
No can do.
Too far? Okay.
Cover me.
Can I shout at you now?
That is not my destiny.
Okay. I can't, I guess. Madam? Okay. I'm going to have to give Argenta a second.
Nothing I can't do.
Sister Argenta? Let's see if you could shoot at the enemy without... Can you shoot at the enemy without
I'll do it.
hitting Adira? No, of course not.
That is not the Emperor's will.
Fair enough.
All too easy.
Forgot to give you a stat boost, though. Excuse me while I wheel myself into position.
I shall not fear.
Abelard.
My place is at the 4.
But is it at the 5?
At your beck and call.
Endure. I hardly know her. Could we run and gun?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Let's see if we could target you.
Doubt is for the weak.
Oh, we've caught one.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Hello.
I know what is to come.
What is it? What is to come?
Will
That's
do.
what she said. Indira's just
On it.
on it. With all the shouts.
Will do.
Wah,
Be gone.
wah, 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 wah.
I wish the internet in this hotel was better.
Yeah. That's wow, look at all those goods. Is tab for these goods. There's a dead guard. Oh, that's a, what is this? Pontus Zephyr Scalacius. On the training of worthy servants of the court of the Navis Nobilite. A good major domo attempts to nurture only the finest of flowers in the garden that is their master's life. Therefore, new seeds for the garden must be weeded out with the utmost care so that the garden's trees may yield the sweetest fruit.
At least it's good enough that I can message my friends on Discord. One of them had a mini stroke recently because of some blood
Yikes.
clots in his system.
Oh.
He got released this afternoon with anti-clot meds.
Was the mini stroke, you're talking about TIA? Yeah, TIAs are no joke. But it is a it is scary getting one of those. I got one as a but I didn't have any symptoms, like other symptoms, and basically this was before my accident, of course, but I got one and I had to do a sleep test and it's confirmed that I had whatchamacallit, sleep troubles. So I had to have a CPAP for a little bit. And I was using a CPAP for a little while before after my accident as well. But after the accident I lost a bunch of weight and I didn't need to use a CPAP machine anymore. But anyways, lesson 1, a faithful servant always make sure their mistress's room, garments are clean. A faithful servant would never offers their mistress the same whatever.
Possibly, we just know he got a bad migraine and his right side was going numb. He went to the hospital where they did scans and that's how they found the blood clots. They removed them but are keeping an eye out just in case.
Yeah, it's a lot more serious than that. Okay. H40KO, okay. Let's look at an inventory. Okay. Is this a sanctioned Psyker item? Psyker I hardly knew where. Okay. This is 4 to 8. Yeah, nothing in particular. This is just a bunch of swords and axes. Scrappy auto guns and charges. We got the
He doesn't have the migraine or numbness after they removed the clots,
yeah,
but can never be too careful. He is concerned but is more upset that this means he can't re-enlist in the National Guard.
Yeah. Machine right set. Blade shard. And we have an unfinished letter from Theodora. I hardly knew her. Okay, we have a flak chest plate. Right. So it has 20% armor, but with a bit of a dodge penalty. The character wearing this armor will dodge 20%, 7%. Enemy attacks in this chapter. Reduce so it's incoming by 15. Okay. So basically if we wear this, they have less dodge. Okay. But this is the same. Wait, dodge penalty 0.5. Higher armor. Okay, this is higher armor. Versus this is 25.75. Literally a worse armor. Okay. This gives me dodge 35%. Down to 35, 10%. Okay. Yeah, this is useless. Stub revolver is stronger instead of this laser gun. This is auto pistol. Intercepted conversations between security officers. This promotion will transfer to the child's personal guard. Strapping lad, you will probably make it to for a cycle of 3. Or 3. It's worn down, better men than me. Threw themselves out of a depressurized chamber because of some voices told him to. Oh no. All right. Okay. That's sorted. What about here? Let's look at the lore.
To the occasion.
Statue of the famous Calexian sculptor and chronicler Zarius Vernum. The Magnificent, the 23rd year of this millennium. Original. Okay.
It's about time.
Right, so we could go here and loot the guard. And there's more stuff on this side. No traps, please. Let's go grab the goods here. These are just trophies. We have a Medicae examined at 85%. Come on.
Excellence matters.
Most of these unfortunate souls took their own lives. Okay. Goodness. More goods here. This is more cargo items.
We should deal with this.
Wait, was that a trap or something? Okay, mutated flesh sample. Outgrowths covered in mesh of bluish black veins. Okay, we have a auto pistol and a granada.
Grotti.
Deals 12 impact damage. You have found a consumable item. Grenades, stimulants, medkits, and other consumables can be placed. Each consumable item has a certain number of uses. This is meteorite chunk. Okay, no, wait, why are they all positioned in the same spot?
I won't tolerate weakness.
Yeah. Let's open the door. Secured by sophisticated mechanical lock? Okay, there must be a way to unlock it, they say. Wasn't there like a statue of some sort? Yeah, I have a feeling that we're supposed to examine one of these statues.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
How? Okay. It is weird that I'm not sure why, but the stream is regularly outputting like some trouble rendering, like overloading the encoding, even though my
Follow my lead.
CPU hasn't. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Wait, was that a trap?
So many traps.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Could talk to you, maybe? I know the power's out.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Except for me.
None shall stand in my way.
Okay. Lady Navigator statue looks pristine and new. That's a cool looking statue, to say the least. Library's full of treaties. Disguised Scholar is Imperium. Adeptus Mechanicus 2 generators. The thing we have right now is a mutated flesh sample. And wait, could we use like items on items or something? No. Because if I remember correctly, this is a phylactery of blood that we need to use on something. It goes covered in mesh of bluish black veins, flesh sample, a data crypt that carries an inscription of an infused casing. Promotion transferred the entire squad of Child's personal guard. Cycle or 3. What even is this point? If your brain's turned to mush, it may rip out my eyes like Amos did. At the best, I'll just go bonkers. Let that little S stain that kept stealing our IHO, okay? This is something else.
It's about time.
Okay. Okay, this is a kind of puzzle that I'm not a fan of. That there's not a lot of ideas of what you're supposed to do.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Fine. It's like there's something else that we're supposed to be looking for, but we're not sure what.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Take me back to Skull Monkey Island or whatever that game was called.
Oh my, I am not a fan of Monkey Island type games much anymore either. Like the friggin' point and click adventures. Yep, library's full of their treaties.
A new challenge for me. Oh,
we have another door that we could open. Okay. Great. We didn't see this door before.
Over there.
Okay. Let's
Look no
unpause.
further.
Oh, come on.
I've suffered worse.
Right. Navigator flesh sample. Okay, more flesh samples. Fragments of scales and rudimentally webbed fingers. We also have some granadas. Who would use a granada? Oh, let's use our... What is this? Your fresh injury, stack of 20. Received from a trap or sudden large amount of damage. If not removed within a medikit, it will turn into an old injury. Okay.
It was not by my hand that I once again am given
You
flesh.
consult the appropriate
Flesh.
treatise on Tactica
Flesh.
Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day. Field medicine at its finest.
Follow my
Damn
lead.
warp! If we'd been in real space, I'd have... Spare me your wailing, witch. Every voice that sounds in your mind is a whisper of the archenemy.
Not the arch enemy. Okay, this looks like more movement. More athletics.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Okay, where are we?
Yup, typical sister of battle interacting with psychers.
Wait, was that correct or was that a fail? Oh, we do have some goods. Right, we have noble silk gloves, persuasion bonus, that's nice. This is a Mars pattern sword. Okay, let's have a look at our inventory. So this is a chain sword, 8 to 10, Mars pattern sword. It is a stronger sword. And chain sword. Okay. And this is plus 5 to persuasion. Versus plus 3 to tech use. Let's just use this. Persuasive gloves. My white gloves makes me slightly more persuasive.
Mars is the home planet of the Adeptus Mechanicus and one of the best manufacturing planets in the Imperium.
I don't think I need extra persuasion at this moment. I don't think. Tech use 30, 30, 30, 40. Okay. I probably need tech use more than persuasion right now. Okay. We have a couple of doors we could open. For some odd reason, I think there's a trap here.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Okay.
Victory awaits.
Okay, let's disarm.
I better myself through my service.
Good job. There's some dudes down there. This is 20 what? 20 hollowed finger bones. And this is a set of Acons. Acon Ds. Okay. Biggie's tech use. Let's try the tech use. See if I could actually get myself a little bit of XP. Oh, so this just circles around. So if we don't have a tech use character, we could actually get ourselves a little bit more damage. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. Did you hear the screams? Move! Sir, you alright? We can't hear nothing. Okay. Now, see, you are in a league with them. This is insurrection. Yes, indeed. Death to the traitors. Okay. So a dude is losing his mind to the warp. Okay. Hi, dude. You are all traitors. Hey, who are you? You're all traitors. Who are you exactly? Wait. Did the dude just... Huh. Right. Lay's gun. Scrappy auto pistol. More chest plates. This is a research note of the laboratorium. Keeper Theobald has graciously agreed to provide samples of his skin growths so he could study the influence of the rebellious immaterium on the flesh. Just as we thought, the navigators are positively resistant to the restless currents of the warp. The God Emperor truly does shield some people against corruption and misery, but let us get back to the study of mortal flesh. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Adamantine dust and black water. This was the worst idea that could have... How do I scroll down? Info? Oh, there it is. Okay, now I could read the whole thing. Black water. This was the worst idea that could have entered my mind. God Emperor be praised. I'm luckily still have experimented. My head on my shoulders after this reckless experiment. The adamantine seems to have said that not even the macerator could handle its temperature. Having said that, not introduce a more complex compound in the formula. I will get back on them later. Once I'm done with experiment H41, okay. I mentioned the chunk of meteorite found by Keeper. Okay, so we have an item that is where is it? H40KO. So KO4OH. Or maybe this is backwards. Data crypt. We'll get back to them later. There's a complex compound in the formula. Data related to the experiment. Chunk of meteorite found by the Keeper Felix subject. So this is... There it is. Shining granules could be used to make new paints for the child. Yes, I'm going to do exactly that. Okay. Alright. It's just so many doors and so much goods. It's just more scrappy auto pistols.
None shall stand in my way.
H41, okay. We have more unlocked doors. Wait, there's more people back here. Let's go ahead and go to this locked door first. Biggie could use tech. 93%.
I rise to the occasion.
A bunch of goods. Goodies. No traps, please. Oh, just more tech.
Excellence matters.
And it's just some goods, I think. I think I'll grab a Granada for myself.
What in Lord's name ad did I just get? It's for some tower defense game, but the fake gamer playing it said here comes the Goner gang and they brought their sizzler to edge me.
YouTube ads. Never fails to it never fails to just bring out the WTF in you.
Autocorrect, you fail me.
Okay, more flirtation plugs. What filtration plugs? Just a bunch of goods for monies. We have a long as a ranged weapon with a single shot and a deadeye shot. So this is a two-handed range single pew pew target. A carapace chest plate which has 20 armor and no dodge penalty. Okay, that's going on Biggie, I think.
Super sniper.
Yep. A fire granada. Burning. Lasts for 3 rounds. Okay, so with that being said, out of all these, we have a pistol and a pistol burst, and I have a shotgun with 1 rate of fire. I think Biggie could actually just have a snooper rifle. It's an interesting build for him because I'm almost always in the back, right? And a snooper rifle is just probably nice.
I don't know why, but it tickles me a bit whenever I call the cell tower support to get logged in so I can get paid for the service on the tower, only to find out that I can't access the site due to legal disputes with the landowner.
I'm going to switch the armor here with this chest plate so that she's a little bit more chonky. I'm almost always in the back anyways. And I have +3 logic and operator's gloves. Yeah, okay. I need another character that's like a techie of some sort.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
What's happening with these servants? Arg? Arg? Hurt so much, the pain in my chest. We're all done for. They'll off us. Who's Uwe? And the pain in my chest hurts so much. The arch enemy's twisted influence found its way into the station. A bunch of servants. Are they dead? Still alive is evidence with barely audible groans. Okay.
Dang it, TTS.
We're done for.
Translate my prior message, coward.
It's about time.
Wait, what's going on? Okay, we have one door to open. I guess this is the next item. Awaken the cogitator spirit. Okay, that sounds...
Follow my lead.
Okay, so I mean that's the tech thing to do, right? Let's go ahead and save here.
One door down? But can we still be called Superman?
The cogitator vid screen is covered in cracks and stains with dried blood. The button switches and levers are ripped out of the control panel with exceptional cruelty and scattered around. The sacred mechanism now sparks and hisses in agony and refusing to perish. Awaken the cogitator. Okay. You turn a few of the remaining dials and push the activation lever. Cracks vid of the sacred engulfs flickers. The cogitator insides emits creaks and groans of the lumens. Oscillate at random. What are lumens? General term for light source, possibly an electrical one. Eventually, the machine spirit grants you access to the cogitator systems. Okay. So, request data on the station's navigators. Oh, did we request data? Let's examine the log first. Archival data. Data crypt. View Vox report. Okay. This is officers A282. Do you copy? Several generators overheated on the lower levels. Chambers A through D. A to D are unpowered. The tech priest crew sent to investigate the problem is not responding. Request back. Okay. So, Officer H123 speaking. 200 servants have perished due to explosive decompression of the living quarters. Located traces of mechanical interference. The preliminary cause is officer sabotage. Crews 5, 6, and 9. Nice. Are cut off from the main compartment. We have enough oxygen for 20 minutes. May the Emperor serve our souls. Good luck, buddy. Senior station officers, is the captain speaking. We are attempting to contact the Winter Scale Scion for help. Something is jamming the signal. We never received reply and cannot be sure it was even sent in the first place. Okay, so basically...
So everything is up a creek and we are the paddle.
Yes. We cannot be sure it was on our own, so remain vigilant. Anyone could be a traitor. You can hear me? Anyone. If you're in doubt, shoot to kill. Okay, that's not a good sign. Examine the recent entries of the incident log. The servants close to the child have started butchering one another again, and an order came from above to have the remnants reprocessed. Okay. So there's a child. The negotiations with the Winter Scales were a success. A new batch of servants will arrive in 10 moons. Escort them in the laboratory once. It is imperative that we increase the new retainer's resistance to the child's powers. Okay. So basically there's a child of some sort. That's not good. Data expunged. Great. Examine the chicken's docking log. So, identity confirmed, Regent Aronto Arcelio. Data of last visit classified. Recent visit classified. Date of departure classified. Right. So, Aronto Arcelio, if I remember, he's the traitor, quote unquote, as said by the other Arcelio dude. Life support logs. Warning, damage in technical compartments A12, B3, D8, H24. Detected. Warning, living quarters, L10, L16, L28 depressurized. Warning, unable to access the system. Docking system. Warning, energy regulation system, unknown error. The station will transfer over the emergency power. Immediate evacuation of the facility is advised. Okay. Do we have encrypted data? Security captain. Oh, we have tech use 55. Break through the machine's guardian defenses. We're gonna hack him. 98% to succeed. Right. You easily bypass the restrictions imposed on the sacred machines. The cogitators overload processors were unhappily. Most of the encrypted data has been wiped. You find traces of a purge protocol. Recovery is impossible, but the list of the most recent commands we will be hacking have been embedded in the machine spirit's consciousness. Now flirts across the screen in a single creepy line. Child delete pick flow disable access code and all station control delete a cultivate shall self-destruct purge command log. Yikes. Okay. Exploring the archive will no longer yield a surviving excerpt from the guard captain's report mentioning the security system had recently been reconfigured without knowledge. His commitments reads, only the keepers of the station will have access to the life support systems, but Keeper Theobald had not left the child's side, and neither had I. Could it be that? Okay. Return to the list of available commands. Data. Okay. Felix Arcelio is in the main hall and was alive. Theobald is still alive. Okay, Calamora Arcelio, deceased. Alexis Arcelio, deceased. Ramses. Okay, so there's somebody in the upper chamber still alive. That's the guy who's the child. Okay, upper chambers, biometric parameters, rapid heartbeat, elevated body temperature, stress levels exceed the permission limit, status unknown, error. Attention, calming procedure advised. Attention, upper chambers inaccessible. Error, control rod is not present. If the rod has been misplaced, immediately contact the station keeper of the Navis Laboratorium custodian. I have a feeling. I hate this, and it's an insinuation. There's actually somebody called the child, but there's somebody that the dude, what's his name? Felix is not Felix or Felis or whatever his name is calling his mistress, and I hate the fact that there's a child and the mistress in the same line. But anyway, call Rykard Minoris for help. Okay. One thing is certain: the problem is in the cogitators. Okay, so switch to the main chamber controls. Open all doors. All right. Machine spirit has fled the mechanical casket, but your assumption is incorrect. Fills with static just a few moments. You can barely make out an inscription amidst the flow. Wait. What is this? Are you serious that we're supposed to use binary? Wait, 0100 is required. Wait. What is with this? The door has already opened.
The blessed language of the divine machine spirit.
Next few moments, the data from the station's active systems. According to the report, the door has already been opened. Trying is depressurized. Okay. Wait, the protocol has been executed. The passage has been opened. Okay. The door has been opened. I don't know what door is opened. Okay. The big door opened? Okay. Okay. Main elevator controls. Activate the elevator. Okay, return to the list of available commands. Right, we powered the elevator, so we now step away from the cogitator. That's in the dialogue. Right. So, that's two things. Let's look at the journal. Yep. Elevator control rod is rebuilt, so that's...
In the game Mechanecus, there is a funny line where a tech priest is rattling off binary and your character responds, "Wait, I can decipher the blessed language, but please repeat in regular meat lip language."
So the elevator control rod is rebuilt in the laboratory using blood and a sacred mechanism. So basically, we need to head through that door. Wait. Are you guys still... Yeah. You guys are still insane. Okay. Let's head towards the main hall. Wait. What is this? Hearsay? Okay.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
What is this? 85%?
Done.
Synthetic amniotic fluid pools across the floor, barely discernible faces. Stretch the side opposite the entrance. Yep. Look at all them goods. Okay. We have a bunch of biogels, black waters, an unidentified acid. Oh, there's more stuff over here. Loot that we didn't manage to loot. Okay, this is Warp Seer's goggles. So, this is bonus lore to
Well,
warp.
we can identify that it is acid.
Let's move.
This is increased logic. What is increase the lore? Yeah, this could increase the warp lore. Right now I have 40 lore for the warp. I guess I could give it to you. $41. That's more warp lore. Yeah, it's a little bit more than what I have. Ever so slightly more.
None shall stand in my way.
Oops, that's not everybody. I mean, if we actually ever need more warp lore, I could always wear it instead. The caustic stench of regions sears your nostrils and broken glass crunches under a foot. Somebody wanted to destroy the laboratory or find something. Okay. We have data crypt, KOH. Okay, that's the another data crypt that was mentioned in the logs. This is Psi Crystal. More goods. And more flesh samples. I have a feeling that there's some sort of something waiting for you on this door. A trap, maybe? Right. Man, I just hate the fact that I'm loving, let's just go info, all this lore. More and more servants are being influenced by the Immaterium, and it has nothing to do with the child's more frequent tantrums. We've discovered that the corrupted flesh of the mutated reacts unusually to the crystals we purchased from the Winterscale dynasty. I strongly recommend finally grinding the regent to catalyze the reaction. Don't be grinding the regents. Do not use acid under any circumstances. Trust me, you will not like having to tend to the burns for the next dozen turns in a row. This calls for something more basic. Oh, and one more thing. The tech priest blessed the data crypt H41OK with calculated number of chrono turns, which means that it no longer is necessary to retain mainly the device while waiting for the reactor to start. Data crypt H40KO malfunctioned over the course of research. It should be reminded the Technomats to deliver the sacred mechanism into Microdox's capable hands. Okay. So 41's the stable one?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Lady Cassia's Medicae. Okay. What is this? Lab Journal H?
Why didn't that work?
Why didn't what work? Did you try to type something and it didn't work? Experimental section, the child's influence on the psycho-emotional state of various representatives of the Imperium. Right. Experiment H454501, a low-born male.
Yep.
Text subject exhibits signs of acute stress. Majority perished of blood loss within a day of being placed in a lab chamber due to inability to halt the discharge of ocular secretions, tears, and the body's subsequent replacement of these secretions with connective tissue of internal environment. Oh, okay. The individuals with the greatest resistance to the sacred child's resonance was unalived. Several chronoturns later, extensive wounds, abdomen presumably inflicted by jagged pieces of metal caused by... Oh. This is just a jagged piece of metal. Death was caused by strangulation with the subject's own... great. Whew. I hope we need some trigger warnings for this. Subject's final shouts exhibited concerns over abominable tentacles, void worms, hallucinogens prescribed by their own internal... Okay, great. Hooray! Low-born female subject.
Hyacel Vala.
An hour. Biting off tongues. Jaws badly dislocated. Wow. This is morbid. This is morbid experimental stuff, isn't it? Head injuries impacting walls. Yep, just using low-born subjects. Okay, so an hour of entering. Okay, so this is... And oh no, not a paralyzed subject. Stop using subjects like me, please. caused by malfunctioning accident, male. Noted a tingling sensation in the deteriorated tissue due to Regent Aranto Orsello's visit to the child. Test subject smiled and started humming, most likely trying to carry
Sounds
some
about
sort
right for the Imperium,
Yep,
and
Plebeian
especially
tune.
when dealing with the nobles.
And then attempted to address the servant who brought him food. The lengthy conversation was prohibitive due to servant's lack of a tongue. Wait. Okay, so paralyzed. So we didn't. Okay, so actually using a paralyzed subject is interesting. Wait. Didn't he lose the ability to speak? Oh, smiled and hummed. Carries some sort of plebeian tune. Attempted to address the servant who brought him food. Okay, so he tried to speak. Defective offspring of Lord P. Orselio. They produce an unfit studying to art of navigation owing to the mutation of tissue required for installation of the obligatory augmentations. Merge one's consciousness with the vessel. Display of overall feebleness of the mind. So basically, apparently one of the offsprings of the Orselio was used as a test subject, but then failed to become a navigator, pretty much, because using the installing the augmentations caused them to go a bit Child's actions for 3 days mirrored. On the fourth day, the child became upset after hearing the news about the untimely demise of Amos, and an officer of her personal guard. One of the test subjects. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. Last surviving subject was off for attempting to contact the child. Okay. So basically, there's something called the child. That is definitely not some sort of cosmic horror or anything. Yikes. We could remake the control rod and the transducer. Tissue flask. Data connector. Regent flask. Are you sane? They'll
To quote Samus, the baby.
Yep. Okay. Tissue flask. Flesh sample. Oh, wait. Let's just close this. We have a puzzle. Data crypt connector. Connector, I hardly know her. So I think the most sane one is this one. That's for sure. Catalyst flask. Okay, black wall. Okay, do not use acid. Biogel. I know it's not. Do not use acid. Let's close. Oh, there's a flask that we're missing. What's this transducer? I hardly know her. Meteorite chunk or the Psi crystal? Damn it, we need to reread everything, don't we?
Follow my lead!
Wait. Control rod. Made with the help of Navigator Cologne. Okay. Right, so We could return, but I do believe that there is some sort of item that we could use. I think it's meteorite chunk that was mentioned.
Halt! I noticed something.
And we don't have connector. I hardly know her. Flesh sample, pink color, untouched by mutations, outgrowth covered in bluish black veins. Flesh sample with fragments of scales and rudimentary webbed fingers. I think that was the one. Data crypt. Does it actually say something? Oh, there's a meteorite dusk. Okay. And psi crystal. Crystal dust?
It says hello my baby, hello my honey.
Hello my ragtime gal. Okay, so meteorite dust. Oh no. Okay, so this is bad. Okay. No. Right. Let's load. Oh, wow. We have a puzzle. That requires reading comprehension. Right.
A new challenge for me?
How puzzling.
Alright, so let's have a look. First off, Keeper Theobald graciously agreed to provide sample of his skin growths so we could study the influence of rebellious materium on the flesh of navigating Noble. As we thought, navigators are positively resistant to the restless currents of the warp. The God Emperor truly does shield some people, but let us use... Okay. So... another servant will be carried in shortly. Must be ready organ for extraction. Have I mentioned the chunk of meteorite found by the Keeper Felix subject is completely useless? Okay, so the chunk of meteorite is completely useless. Shining granules could be used to make a new paint for the child. Yes, I think I'm going to do exactly that. So we don't want to use the chunk of meteorite. We're going to use the psi crystal. I'll get back later once I'm done with H41OK. Okay. Adamantine dust and black water. This was my worst idea I could have entered my mind. So, not this, but this. Okay. Keeper Theobald graciously agreed to provide samples of his skin growths so we could study. Just as we thought, navigators are positively resistant to the restless currents of the warp. The God Emperor truly does shield some people against corruption and misery. Let us go back to the study for mortal flesh. Another servant will be carried shortly and must ready the organ extraction equipment. So basically, we have a flesh sample, tender pink color, untouched by mutations. So basically, this is a untouched. This is the Navigator flesh sample. So Navigator flesh sample is the one. Scales and rudimentary webbed fingers. Mutated flesh sample. So not this. We're using the Navigator's flesh. We'll use where's the other? Okay, this is nothing. Let's go ahead and read this. Info. So over here is talking about 4.0 malfunctioned. And for the calculated number of chrono turns, which means it's no longer necessary to remain near the device while waiting for the reactions to start. So H40 is the one that works. And some more research. No, this is the unfinished letter. Rough sketch. A crumpled sheet of paper with a drawing of a tall woman and a dark-eyed monster painted with blood. So which one's the one that says that do not use acid under any circumstances? Okay, so more and more servants are being influenced by the Immaterium, and it has nothing to do with the child's more frequent tantrums. Who discovered that the corrupt flesh of mutated reacts most unusually to the crystals okay. So we discovered that the corrupted flesh of the mutated reacts most unusually to the crystals we purchased from the Winterscale dynasty. The regent, finally grinding the regent to catalyze the reaction. Do not use acid in any other circumstances. Trust me, you will not like to have to tend to the burdens for the next dozen turns. Something more basic. One more thing, the tech priest blessed. Okay, so they're saying to use well, first we have a regent. It reacts most unusually to mutated flesh sample. So we could, well, first off, let's go ahead and go and grind up the Psi Crystal.
What is that?
We'll definitely get the to remake the control rod.
I won't tolerate weakness.
First off, the Regent Flask, we will use we'll probably want to grab the ground. We'll use the ground crystal dust. All right, next up is the data crypt. We'll use this one, H4140 OK. That's the most stable one. We have a tissue flask, and it does say that the Navigator flesh sample is resistant. And we'll save here. And the catalyst flask is, they say, something basic. Purified sample of ocean world. Biogel viscous translucent substance. And we do not use acid. It's either black water, so it's just a purified sample from the ocean world. Let's just use biogel. I think it sounds basic. Just that enough? Okay, no.
Victory awaits.
No. It's load game. So let's see if it's black water. And if it's not black water, then it's either black water and the mutated flesh. Okay. I mean, I could look up the answer, but that's not the... Let's go ahead and pick the mutated flesh here. Come on. Okay.
It's about time.
Right, so let me just look at the guide. Is there a guide? Interesting. Let's go black. Where is this? Rogue Trader. Black. No, I think what is the okay, data crypt H41 okay. H-41 okay. Is that the correct one? Let's see. Okay, the book you can find in the next chamber gives hints to the ones. Oh, I understand. Okay, so there's two known ones, but we need an adaptive antidote. Mutated flesh sample, H41. Okay, okay, we have H41 okay. And we needed a mutated flesh sample. And biogel. Is that correct? Oh yeah, there it is.
Something of interest.
And we got ourselves adaptive antidote. Grants immunity to toxic damage, inflicts -10 penalty and toughness at the end of combat. Okay, yeah. interesting.
I'd rather not.
And there's some stuff that we could actually use as well. We could use, we could put more things like the flesh sample. And this guy. And then something like an acid. And then we need like adamantium or something for the last thing. So yeah, those are the only known two items. Oh well. So there's two combinations, but I'm just going to just put those guys there. Wait, there's a bunch of chests. Yeah, there's more. Yeah, there's goods here. Oh, there it is. Adamantine. A lump of raw ore. Let's activate this device again.
Halt. I noticed something.
And now we have Elixir of Warp Neutrality. Grants immunity to warp damage. Wait. What happened to the items? Oh, there it is. So we have Elixir of Warp Neutrality that grants immunity to warp damage and inflicts -10 penalty to Fellowship, but the user cannot deal warp damage until the end of combat. Okay. So basically, great for tanking. This is grants immunity to toxic damage. -10 penalty to toughness until the end of combat. Okay. Let's grant you immunity to warp damage and toxic damage. Okay, so we can't use this Medicae. Right, so what do we do? Type ascending order. Okay. let me transduce this. And transducer, I hardly know her. Okay. So as the title says, I'm stuck doing the item combination puzzle on the Novus Nobile station. Can't make out what I'm supposed to do based on the books that I have dropped. Alright. Fair enough. Okay. Let's just go with this and this. And I think I'm just going to use the rest of the stuff. Just so that we could just get rid of all these items. Catalyst flask. Just some water. And grab some of these. So these are the useless items. Let's just use that to activate the device and destroy it. Bonk. Right. There we go. That's all well and good. That should just be everything. Apparently it has no bearing on the game whatsoever. Okay, so just give me a second while I'll need to move over here. And just athletics our way across here.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Alright, with that, we have obstacle crossed. Let's go ahead and talk to Felix. Okay. So you dealt with the threat and powered the elevator. Well done. I trust you brought the excavation rod as well. Remember, every second of hesitation may cost my mistress her life. But yeah, calling the child a mistress is a bit iffy. The crossroads! There are two paths, both stained with blood, both leading to the accursed eye. They all wear masks, so poor and flimsy. They fail at the slightest touch, one hiding behind a bland man, another a traitor. Okay. So basically, we could either side with the traitor, or side with this lady, side with this dude. Tell me more, what two paths? I cannot say. One is paved with blind faith, the other with hatred and treachery. Both lead to tragedy. You simply have to decide what kind of tragedy you like the most. Who is who? Who do you see behind the masks? My whispers are giggling nastily. They who will not speak. The naughty little things. They say tearing the mask off is your concern. Thank you. Everything is clear now, or I do not understand a single word. But yeah, everything's clear. Okay. The station has enough problems without your sorcery psyker. I have questions. Okay. Who's the child mentioned in documents reported upon at the station? You meddled with something that should have been left alone. The child is the station servant called Lady Cassia. Okay, so basically, the child is Lady Cassia, it's calling him Miss Mistress. For the commoners' dirty mouths must not sully her name by uttering it. You see, it is not beneficial for all servants to have the vocal organs altered. Some prove to be more useful when they are still able to speak. The madman I found convinced that we were the traitors. The servants alone cannot be blamed for what happened on the station. Most corpses discovered were either unarmed or feeble. The madmen I fought were convinced that we were traitors, yep. Okay, that's why they are insane. Will you really heed the ramblings of retainers who dared to raise their hand against the science of a noble bloodline? Okay, so apparently this dude's probably the traitor. Servants will kind of be blamed for what happened on the station. Most corpses discovered were either unarmed or feeble. Did you really think mere servants could plan a coup? The senior officers are just as guilty. Half of my guards butchered one because they are suspected of treason. As the real culprit, the coup was staged by those closest to the mistress. Destroying the shuttles, shutting off the power, and disabling the security systems, too many things required special access. Access available only to the keeper at the station. As I'm sure you're aware, there were 2 keepers at the station. Your guess is absolutely correct. Theobald Ostelio, the demented old man obsessed with Lady Cassia and her power, and also the one to blame for the woes who have been fallen you back for at the Noble Line. I listened to a recording of a private conversation between the station's officers. You were very lenient towards them, purposely neglecting their security protocols. So basically what we're insinuating is that good old Philek here is the one behind the problem, not Theobald. So I saw the security captain's report. Only the keepers have access to the station systems, but Theobald stayed at his side the entire time. Could not have initiated a self-destruct protocol. Okay. Which means he did it before the report was filed, or maybe after, or... You dare suspect me of what happened? The one out of his way to preserve what little there is still left? By the God Emperor, you will keep this slanderous accusations to yourself, but you were pretty lenient to those guys. Okay. I was lenient, this is true, and in the end, I paid a steep price for it. Just look at the destruction around us. The insurgents have left almost nothing in my home. Okay. So, I trust you? Enough lies, Philek. I'm certain that you are the one behind this coup. Wait. Okay, so... This is gonna be bad if we just jump straight in, right? Oh, man. I am okay, so pretty much... The thing is, logically speaking, he's the one behind the coup, isn't he? Pretty much. I can't trust... I wouldn't trust him. I suppose it's time to remove my mask. Congratulations, you've gotten me. But did you really expect me to be sincere this entire time? To welcome you with open arms, an ally of Trisphone and her monster? The accursed child who has tormented the navigators of House Australia for years? Don't make me laugh. You arrived to help her completely destroy our house, and I cannot let that happen. Okay, you could... Okay, what are you babbling on about? I know nothing of this Trisphone or the monsters of any kind. You do not? In that case, accept my sincere apology for the deception in my earlier behavior. I have no intention of making an enemy of Von Valancia's heir, nor destroying the station that served as my home for many years. That left me no choice. You cannot even imagine what monsters lurk in the upper chambers. An evil, a plague, a pestilence on a bloodline that seeks to destroy House Australia from within. And Theobald and his followers, just mindless fanatics, serving this evil. Lady Cassia is scion of a merciless tyrant, but it's not her relation to Trisphone that is terrifying. She is a monster whose power drives servants insane in mere turns. A cursed child who can kill Navigator from the Australia bloodline with just a look. I alone managed to get close enough to her over the years. She lowered her guard and trusted me, and at long last I rid my house of the curse. All navigators are mutants and monsters? That's not it? Okay. Perhaps you are ingratiating yourself to me, hoping you let down my guard.
Rocked and the game rusher, you there, Tat Man.
Yep. And... Monster's death will convince you to finally leave the station. I will kill her. Ooh, here's an interesting thought. We could either... Okay, so we could either... Okay, we have some options. We could either have Philek be the... Philek be the navigator by destroying him. Or we just get rid of his problem by having the cursed child join us. If the cursed child agrees to become my navigator, I'll gladly rid you of this burden. I love this. You do not understand. This is... You're correct. This may work. It certainly is possible. I love this. I love this. This sounds fun. This sounds like the most fun outcome out of all of it.
Cursed child.
Yes. You're going to need this charm. Belek hands you a precious stone without setting. Its luminous surface remains cold to the touch no matter how long you hold it in your hand. If you manage to press it against the monster's skin, whether by force or by guile, the bale influence of her powers will recede. You'll be able to take her and leave the station. Ooh. Oh, okay. This sounds like fun in a bun. Having somebody literally called the Cursed Child as our navigator is gonna lead to some shenanigans, I assure you. Right. Okay. That sounds fun. Let's just go up. Oh, great.
Oh, did he hand you a piece of black stone? It's a type of stone in Warhammer that nullifies warp and psychic powers, but it's in very short supply.
It's some sort of glowstone, I think. The pale Cassia, the pale figure which unnaturally long limbs covered her face. Oh no, this is a friggin' whatchamacallit. The witch from Left 4 Dead 2. This is Left 4 Dead witch, isn't it? The worst kind. Pale figure with unnaturally long limbs cover her face. Pale face is coated with blood. Continually streams from her scarlet mist eyes. Her spiny gills, slightly hidden under her disheveled hair, twitch nervously at your approach. Oh, no. Yeah, it is a friggin' witch from Left 4 Dead. Oh, only now do you notice the third eye on the young woman's forehead, hidden by a jeweled ornament, and when your eyes meet, you sense overwhelming, soul-smothering power. Oh, we got a willpower test succeed. Great, you're enveloped by a despairing grief, and the invisible hand closes around your throat, cutting off your breath. Your limbs seem to flirt with lead. Your heart hammers in your station, almost gets the better of you. At the last moments, you must master your way, pushes against the illusion, forcing it to retreat. I have low willpower as well, so that's pretty cool. Ow, ow, ow. As if my own little pals weren't bad enough. Now this one's barging on my head. Somebody stop her. Hersey. Look at the tall figure with a strange mixture of anger and sadness. Then she lowers her head and white hairs. Yeah, okay. Right, so we could use either Iconoclast to overcome the crushing despair. I know why I'm here, and so I will shatter any illusion. We have Persuasion and Coercion. Okay. Abelard, what is this? Lady Cassia, I presume. Yep. What creature is this? Argentia. Rid the world of heresy? No. I think go Lady Cassia. I'm here to help you. Let's see if our persuasion check works. Hooray! We got our persuasion check working. She warily shakes her head and lets out a drawn-out sound similar to both a sob and the howl of a small wounded animal. What is happening? Was someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you? Who are you? Ambiguous Bumbelances, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Yep. Pardon my manners, Ambiguous. I didn't expect to make such a gracious acquaintance such a time for great sorrow of our house. Okay. What is this? I feel faint. Oh. The heavyset old man who has been kneeling nearby, erupts in a low sob, his eyes swollen from crying, dark despair, as though they're spread around the room, as though the veil of ignorance has just been ripped away from them. The child! Lady Cassia! Where are you, sacred child? Persevere. Okay. Throne preserve. Okay. His venerable age, the navigator leaps up and rushes to the young woman's side. You. Revealing his face to you is a thread of jet black veins, and his bulging milky eyes bear a striking resemblance to those of a dead fish. Oh, a sickly sweet scent assaults your nostrils. Okay. So the dude is rotting from the inside. My eyes fail me, for they are unable to make you out as either any of my ally. I'm warning you. One wrong move, and you will bring the wrath of House Ostelio down upon your head. Watch out, Lord Captain. This one's deranged. It's making the whisper shriek like crazy. He might just open the eye of his... Okay. Right. Threatening the head of the dynasty, grave offense, esteemed, whoever you are. At present, I am trying to determine what is happening on Urek. Okay, let's use persuasion. I'll grant you that I do not look like pirates who have come coveting the riches of a wrecked station, or as a scoundrel in Felix services. Who are you? I am Bigius von Valanches, rogue trader. Another rogue trader in the corner of our galaxy? How interesting. You kind has always made an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal with the benefits of one side alone. Given you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions probably peaceful. And as so, House Osterio will now ask a service of you. Save the life of the child in exchange for the future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer. Think on it. It could make yourself an ally or enemy of our house today, you decide. What's the curse? Okay. Curse, you do not understand the sacred gift given to our child. So basically, it's a curse to Felek, but according to Theobald, it's a blessing. It's a blessing and a curse. You could be a devil or an angel. Devil, curse, you do not understand the sacred gift given to the child. When the child is sad, we all weep. When the child smiles, we all laugh giddily. And if the child wants blood, the world turns to crimson. The child is the will of the great Trisphone. She is the heir of the House Ostelio. Okay. And they call me dangerous with my witchcraft. What service do you ask of me? Yep. Hope glimmers. Save the sacred child. Take her away from the station. I fear not. We do not have long left. Okay. Save the child and deliver her safely to the Regent Aronto, acting head of House Ostelio in the Kronos Expanse. Rest assured that the reward will be worth your effort. I know we came here for a navigator, but after everything we've seen, we've got some reservations about this girl. Okay. Such a fragile thing with such a heavy burden upon her shoulders. I want to know what's happened between you and Felek. My wayward student? Oh, okay. He came to Urek 4 as a callow youth. President mentored him entrusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, entrusted him with the care, he proved to be just another traitor. Steal our most precious treasure, the heir of the house, our sacred child, to revel in the power of others like him, casting our house into an abyss to pervert the centuries-long traditions of our family. You see the fruits of his villainy for yourself. He decided he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of the greatest novators, okay, who led our house to prosperity for countless years. Foolish boy. The renegades clouded his mind. They sought to seize control of the dynasties before the sacred child, and came of age and take up the novator's throne. So those who your side are you on, a murderous traitor, the lawful sign of the house. Like, how you talk as though you expected to die here. My service to my house is coming to an end. The wounds Felek inflicted on my flesh will never heal. I am dying. Praise the throne. Slowly enough that the child is taken care of. You need help? Okay. No, I am keeper of Urak Fort, but I will perish along with my station. Okay. How did you lose control? Do trust my errors in my face. Twice your age and twice as wise. Trust no one but yourself and the Emperor. Even those close to you will betray you for gold. Alright, Felix said the child is a monster, a legacy of tyranny. And you believe him? I have made my decision. Okay. Felix is a true monster. Let's do away with him. The last thing I need is a monster on my ship. Cassia shall remain here, and you shall serve as a navigator on my vessel. I should bring Cassia to Felix as I promised. Wow, okay. I'm sick of the station. I am taking Cassia, and you and Felix shall suffer the less enviable fate. I should bring Cassia. I want Cassia as a navigator. Rash words will cost you your life. Okay.
I won't heed your cries of mercy.
You dare cross the faithful?
Right. Let's see. Theoblade. I don't want to actually fight Theoblade. Is there actually another way of dealing with this? Oh, that's a long way back. He's all the way back here, huh? That's a very, very early autosave. Right, let's go ahead and pick you first. We are surrounded by units in the back. But Abelard will probably be the one who's going to tank. And we'll need to bring you here, and Idira Argenta here. I'll go here. Okay, let's begin the battle. Let's go ahead and use this run and gun. The next attack costs -1 AP, does not count towards the attack limit per turn.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay. keep shooting.
Doubt is for the weak.
Good job, Sister Argenta.
I'll do it.
All right. Let's go ahead and use forewarning.
Anything else?
Let's expose weakness. Enemy analysis.
But of course.
And most likely, let's just bolt you.
On it.
Okay, not ideal.
I must not falter. Curse you, miscreant!
Damn it.
Why did I not foresee this?
Right, let's go ahead and you serve me.
Nothing I can't do.
I'm going to use voice of command.
Not a problem for me.
Give you extra abilities. Madam, you need to use expose weakness. And shock him.
Will do.
Brace yourself, Abelard!
Right, and I have a gunshot. Oh, wait. Let's snipe. Snoop.
My tactics are flawless.
Ooh. What a snoop. Abelard, you need
Victory is imminent. Indeed. That's not the Seneschal's job.
we're just going to use wait. That's not the best weapon. Let's move on to here. And use this.
At your beck and call.
Nice cleave.
Follow my lead.
Can I fall back now?
Glory of the Imperium.
Onward!
Okay.
Stop it!
Enough. Let's go ahead and use this attack.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Damn it. Why? How do you doge? And I think I'll be forced to use a couple of these. Let's use this. Analysis.
Anything else? Will do.
And I'm just going to use... What? Wow. Goodbye. Deal with unit in the back. Stop recovering.
Duty go hand in hand.
All right. Let's move you closer. Use voice of command.
Already done.
Extra turns. Okay.
I will do my duty. I took care of this one.
Nice cleave. And what is this? The warrior immediately restores all AP and MP and gains +3 MP. They did not lose MP.
No matter the cost.
Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna slash you repeatedly.
At your beck and call. Grey hair, sure hand.
Just going to
It
keep
will be
slashing.
done.
Slashy, slashy.
Indeed.
Oh, not the parry. I have one shot. Did not miss this chance to go. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Wow, that is amazing.
I will do my duty. At your beck and call. Target well struck.
Wow. Okay. We're so close to actually offing him.
Someone else can do this. I'm not interested.
And I could heal myself, I guess.
Ah, careful now.
My faith strengthens me.
Nope.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay. I'm gonna try to... If I do this...
Doubt is for
Yeah.
the weak. I'll do it.
Hooray! We managed to burst fire our way into a kill. Which means that all we have to do now is just move in and do a couple of shrieky shrieks.
But of course. Was that you? Or... Will do.
Wow.
Farewell.
Okay. What have you done? I'll manage. Don't touch me. I will manage on my own. Okay. No one appears to be living in the cage. Somebody was still filled. Okay, it is as if the painting was rendered several different hands. The timid, uncertain lines. Yep. Okay. Don't touch me. Right. we have a new staff of Aurelio the Guardian. We have an armored body glove. Improved Enforcer Light Carapace. So basically has more armor with no dodge penalty. Okay. More armor, no dodge. Okay. Auto guns and shotgun. Defender, I hardly know her. Okay, these are just reliquaries and bonuses. And we could talk to Cassia now. Right, let's have a looky at our archetypes. We have 1 rank available. Okay. So we have an available talent. So we could either go with Blood of the Martyrs, Heroic Act, gains temporary wounds, focus. Officer uses an ability of an ally. Ally gains a bonus to their perception and ballistic skill. Equal to 4. Okay. These bonuses stack but are lost at the end of the target's turn. Okay. Officers targets an ally with an ability the first time, plus 3 temporary wounds. Personal oversight. Officer targets an ally with an action ability of an attack. Resolve increased by 1. I think I like focus. Yep, and let's, okay, it's architect rank. It's possible to increase the base characteristics of this character. Defined characters will increase. Okay. So currently we could add more fellowship. What's my willpower like? No, we're good with fellowship. Let's have a look at Abelard. And choose an ability. You could either go with Reckless Strike. Next melee attack gains plus 20 armor penetration, plus 8 damage, ignores 12% of target's parry. Sworn Enemy marks a target, gaining plus 22% armor and 6 damage on the melee attacks against that target. Sworn Enemy is an interesting item. Attacks the warrior during this round. The warrior gets plus 1 attack, 1 AP. Okay. It is basically a boss killer. We could either go with athletics or carouse. We need somebody with an athletics check, so yeah. We have an operative. So instead of instant exposure, we have Tide of Excellence. Exploit, +1 damage, and +2% armor penetration. Okay. We can either go with Perception or Intelligence. Now let's go Perception. Alright. Then we go with Soldier. I hardly know her. Add ballistic skills, please. And we could either go with Controlled Shot, which gives us a sign they're about to open fire. The soldier and their allies will automatically dodge. Oh, so this is basically, hey, I'm going to shoot in your general direction. Dashes in the selected direction, spending all their movement points, does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Okay, so no, I think Controlled Shot or Concentrated Fire. Next area attack made by the soldier deals 100% damage, additional 20% dodge reduction. I prefer Concentrated Fire. Let's have a look at Cassia. I'll manage on my own. Cassia? Don't touch me? Okay.
A new challenge for me.
You came back and dragged this monster along. Good. Wait. The Gaviator's wound and clenches the fist and deep into her soft skin, drawing blood. Remains dispassionate traitor. Wait. You silent monster, is it not you who has been tormenting your subjects all this time? Cassia Australia, one of my heirs of the House Australia. I'm not a monster, and I will have you known that I have never tormented anyone. I've spent my entire life on the Urak fort on the company of Felek and Theobald, and they remained in good health up until this day. I do regret it now. I see the acid green rings of deception constricting you. Felek's been lying to you, just like he's been lying to me this entire time. Okay, so just a second. I feel kind of gypped out of this because I actually know the I thought I went with the route where I was able to persuade myself out of this issue. Also, like no other for which I could have become close friends in another life. Do not deserve to call themselves friends of the dynasty. Yep. Okay, the house's reputation must be jeopardy. Okay. Wait, draw your weapon. Okay. Have it your way? Oh, great.
Annihilate them!
Stand your ground!
I hate this. I hate this so much. I literally went through the trouble of going through the dialogue of discovering that that Felek was lying. And then, okay, so... Okay, immediately I am disillusioned by this because I literally had the dialogue option of discovering Felek was lying.
Will we go back?
I'm tempted to, because we went through the dialogue tree of discovering Felek was lying, went upstairs, still actually like what, and it feels bad. It feels bad because we went through the. I thought that I discovered a route where you could, and basically I hate when things like this happen, when dialogue choices don't make sense. Literally, we went through a dialogue choice that basically said that, okay, we discovered you're a traitor, and then came back, went back up, and then, okay, we're about to submit to the whims of. I might go back. I'm tempted to go back.
I don't have time for this.
Man, okay. I feel like it's me just being a stifler for bad dialogue trees. And immediately this just I'm this like brings the game down for me in terms of, okay, it just feels like so close yet so far. Right, let's go ahead and pick the mutated flesh sample. Right. I'll also need to move over here to grab this box of goods. Collect all. But according to this, is the mutated flesh sample reacts well with the biogel. No, not the biogel. With the Yep.
We need to investigate.
So the mutant that's flesh sample has something called, like, works on an adaptive antidote of sorts. Let's go ahead and use a transducer and just mash up the adamantine. Let's go to the tissue flask. Pick the flesh sample. And we have the K04. And we're gonna pick the acid. And adamantine dusk, I do believe.
What is that?
This is the warp neutrality elixir. And now we just put this. I think I'm going to put the rest of these things here. This data. Just go ahead and do this. And this is just so that we destroy the machine. And with that, we'll save.
Victory awaits!
That doesn't do anything. Let's go ahead and athletics check our way through.
An expected result.
And we'll now use save the game. Yep. Okay. Let's continue. 2 paths. Who's who? Thank you, everything's clear. I have many more questions. Who's the child? The madmen I fought?
Phew, fell asleep for a minute there.
Yeah, I think I should just call it a video today. The servants cannot be blamed. Destroying the shuttles and stuff. I listened to the recordings. I saw these securities. Enough. I'm certain that you are the one behind this coup. Yep. I know nothing of this Triss phone problem. I'll never... Okay. Chris Shot agrees to become my navigator. I will gladly cease this burden. It may certainly be possible. Yep, you're going to need this charm. Hands you a precious stone without a setting. Yep, it is a glowing stone. If you manage to press it against the monster's skin, whether by force or by guile, the baleful influence of her powers will recede. You will be able to take her and leave the station. So I guess we need to use the glowing stone? Yeah.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Okay. Lady Cassia. Looking for a navigator to join my crew. What is this? I feel faint. Persuasion. Abelard, introduce us. Okay, another rogue trader. This curse has taken hold on everyone. You look frightening. What service do you ask of me?
Dang it, TDS.
Yeah, it's not... I do not have this... Yeah, okay. Yeah. Save this child. Save the Regine Aranto, acting head of House of Aranto. Medicare, part of my ship. Okay. I believe I made my decision. Okay, here it is. The last thing I need is a monster on my ship. Cassia shall remain here, and you shall serve as navigator on my vessel while you still live. Oh, wait. That's the thing. Felic is such a monster. Let's do away with them together. Wait.
We need monsters, specifically the drink.
It's about time.
Okay, so basically... Oh, one of them has to die anyways. Okay. Wait, let me just load. See what happens if I, instead of using my persuasion, I touched her with the glowstone. I wonder if that actually works. Because maybe that reveals that I got cooperation. Being just on contact. You take one unbearably leaden step towards her, then another and another. Your entire world narrows to a single target. You lost the glowing stone. Yep. The ice-cold charm into contact with her, starting human neck, the stone burns you. Glowing murkily now, it leaves from your hand with a hiss and strains the crystalline chime. Merges with Cassia's skin. Howls the Lady Navigator in pain as her sharp nails find the purchase of the glowing stone. Okay. You look like you'll do. Yep. I'm afraid I cannot respond to such unexpected. Yep. Okay. So literally, okay. Okay, do I do this? Darn it. Okay. I am so sick of this. Okay, so apparently that didn't work out. It feels I feel gypped for this. Okay.
Dang nabbit.
Oh man. Okay. So I'm not sure if I revealed this recently, but then I've been doing kind of like AI chatbot for entertainment, right? And the problem is that this feels exactly like uh just poor writing. Because for a little bit I thought that we've unlocked a dialogue tree. That we have successfully okay, so let's just keep going. Keep pressing 1. Okay. This is the only thing that we could do, is just off Philic. Okay, so if we manage to keep him alive, then we at least have, we still need to off Philic anyways, so it makes no sense to literally makes no sense to attack or choose anything else.
That's lame.
It's lame. It is lame. There's no dialogue tree that saves everybody. Unless we go downstairs and then we have a dialogue tree that saves everybody. Then it's redeemed. Reckless Strike. Sworn Enemy. We would either go with Athletics or Carouse. I need an Athletics character to basically have an Athletics save. And we'll go with fresh. There you go, fresh target. Tide of Excellence and Perception. I have better int than you, so there's that. And I think it was Ballistics and Concentrated Fire.
None
The
shall
only
stand in my
upside
way.
is the gear, and the gear is not nearly as strong as what we have. So let's deal with those betray our house. Treasonous worm. I should have known it. I should have offed you. Come on. Enough, boy. You betrayed the child. Our house. Trisphone herself. Surrender, please.
Time to do the story the way they want it.
Yep, I am the savior of our house, and I am prepared to pay an ultimate price off them.
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Death to his enemies!
Great. Let's start with Abelard. Over here. And then let's move Biggie. Who do we have? We have units to the side. We have a bunch of units to one side. Let's just move Biggie here. I want you to move here. And then, Madam, you move somewhere here. Okay. And Yadira, I hardly know her. Let's just use this on the bodyguard. Forewarning on self.
Anything else? Will do.
And time to
Anything else?
buzz. Nice. Sister Argenta. Smoothie here. We'll use run and
As the
gun.
Emperor commands, I act.
Excuse me while we just
Faith without deep strike is a
pew. And what is this? Concentrated fire. Next ranged area attack. Deals plus 90% damage. Dodge reduction. No.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Come on. Seriously? Add momentum.
I'll do it. Emperor, give me strength.
You know, I can just imagine the traitors here hearing Alex Jones' voice clips in their heads. Destroy the child, corrupt them all.
Weapon at the ready.
Great.
Follow my lead.
Pew. Hooray! Burst fire. I hardly know her.
Moving out.
Okay. I'm going to use
It will be done.
this. This is Endure. This is Sworn Enemy. Let's make you a Sworn
At your
Enemy.
beck and call.
We have a charge attack. So I'm gonna charge you.
Victory is imminent. An exemplary strike.
Wow, you are not very strong. Slice.
I will do my duty.
Okay, let me just use
All too easy.
give you stuff, voice of command.
Not a problem for me.
Okay. Let's see if we could momentum our way through.
One fewer target.
Yes, there we go.
For von Valencius.
I've momentumed my way through. Let's just charge at you.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
Okay. Let's just move you this side. Run. Running.
At your beck and call.
Bonk. And slice.
I took care of this one. Follow my lead.
And then you endure.
Running for the star at home.
And I have one shot. Do not miss your chance to go. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Dope. I missed.
To the heretics.
Damn it.
Weather the storm. Follow my lead.
I see you
Bonk.
gasping in crimson.
Follow my lead.
Stay vigilant.
Hooray! Gaze into his soul.
We missing a lot in this fight. Curse you RNG.
Okay, we probably want to move you here.
What is this foreboding?
Let's just expose her.
I'm not so sure.
Okay, you're already exposed.
But of course.
Yep, exposure. I think so. I hardly knew her.
Not this guy's
Okay,
drop.
never mind. Let's go ahead and use this then. Goodbye.
On it.
Bleh. We be shrieking.
High momentum.
And we have a momentum attack, right? Firearm mastery. Soldiers gains abilities to make weapons rate of fire use the least AP.
Rejoice in battle.
Okay. Just going to. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, madam. I almost off you there.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. Try to die with grace, at least.
I almost off our buddy Cassia.
Biggie. Careful.
This is your burden, child. Survive. Return to the fold of your house as your destiny demands.
No! Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze! Wake up! Your mistress is giving you an order! Do you hear me?
Oh, he dies anyways.
He was a fine seer of the warp. He fought for his mistress until the end.
Ah,
Yeah, no. Enough's enough. I've had my fill of waterworks, thank you.
very good. We have to meet under such circumstances. Okay, so I hate this. I hate this. Basically, every single thing results in Cassia coming with us anyways. Okay, so this is just and everybody dies anyways. We have to meet in such okay, so nobody survives.
What need have I for your regrets? I just want things to go back to the way they were before. What are you going to do to me?
Okay. I wish to leave the
It's
station alive.
grimdark.
Yep. I wish to leave the station alive. You must first sign a contract. Undertake a service with Navigator until release you from the obligation. Wait. Because from Valanche's rogue trader of the Imperium of Man, offer you the protection and grant you shelter aboard my vessel. Become my navigator. I shall restore your house Ostelio at the earliest opportunity. Okay. This is a faux choice. It's just which one is. I'm just going to grant her protection. That feels like what I would do.
I beg your pardon, but what about my servants? Yurak 5 is still full of people loyal to House Orselio.
You will secure new servants once we're out of here. All who can be saved will be given succor on board my ship. Okay. Naturally, every necessity includes your servants. Yep. Ponder. Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
As a Lady Navigator of House Orcelio, I accept your gracious offer of protection. Please, take me to your vessel. I can no longer bear the pain of this place.
Damn it. Literally the best choice is friggin' offing him, and then like the best choice for us is offing him and then okay. Yeah. The best choice is actually okay, never mind. We managed to loot everybody anyways. Okay. Oh. Okay. She joins us.
New party member get.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Ugh. Do we have a biography? Hooray! Led the people out of the fire trap. Spread the master ordinance. Abelard. Cassius Stelio. Okay. And of course we bring our friggin' navigator everywhere. Not like our navigator is like important for the sake of bringing us around the warp at all. And they have to walk around with... I'm sorry. I just feel like this just... The amount of... here's another voice of command character even. Inspire courage. Basically another extra turn character. Plus 5 temporary
I'm sure
wounds.
it will be fine, lol.
Yep. Thing is, we could go with fellowship or with willpower. Adira has better willpower than us. Okay. Blood augury, ebb and flow. Master of time. Right, her fellowship is 40. Abelard's at 35. We have willpower. How's her perception? I think giving her perception is the way to go, isn't it? Perception advancement. Unknown origin homeworld. Staff of House Ostello, base by value 30. Because I have the fellowship boost. The other thing we could do is willpower because, yeah, Adira has 60. Fellowship's a bad idea because I have the better fellowship. Okay, officer's attributes can be applied to the target for voice of command. Yeah, I think we're going to go with perception. Wait, what is the advanced skill? athletics. Requires a basic athletic skill.
Oh yeah, we could make our navigator have super perception to navigate us around these traps, lol.
Yeah. Awareness. The improve the skill even if the archetype or origin does not allow it. Okay. We need another athletic skill, right? But not this dude. Have demolition and logic.
Speaking of traps, Asmongold fell through his ceiling apparently.
Really? Is he okay? Second, fourth, the navigator gains additional action point. Eye of the Oblivion. Enemies reduce hit chance. Guide of Souls. Never an ally in combat gains an extra turn. The navigator gains stacking +5 bonus to willpower. I like the increase on willpower. Open to the warp.
Yeah, he seems to be fine.
Okay.
He said he went into the attic to remove a deceased animal that was stinking up his house when he stepped on a bad spot and fell through the ceiling. Seems to have inspired him to actually hire cleaners for his house, lol.
Yeah. Yeah, I think let's go with Mastery of Time. The thing is, if we're going with Mastery of Time, then maybe it's just increasing willpower. But this is going to stack with increasing willpower anyways. Yeah, okay. I can't stack the willpower increase, right? Can I stack with double perception? No. Wait, why can't I choose her talent just now? Oh, I think this is okay. Steel Resolve, Blood of Martyrs, Commanding Voice is it. Blood of Martyrs. I think I'm going to use Blood of Martyrs here. We could go further into perception. Yep. 65 perception. 55 willpower. This is Lidless Stare. Creatures in a cone in front of Navigator. Okay, becomes stunned. Okay, so this is just a better ability. Wait, it's a willpower test, so definitely we need to increase her willpower, right? Dogmatic. Interesting, they have two dogmatic characters already.
Follow my lead.
So Adara is our blaster and our navigator is support caster.
Yep. Pretty much. Man, it's just all illusion of choice. I'm not a fan of
A
that.
new challenge for me?
And Cassie is right in the middle as well. Okay. I think we need to call it a video. We even have the go up to the Void Ship Bridge. Yeah, let's just call it a video today. I don't think there's anything else on here. Yeah. And yeah, tomorrow we'll just do some more Rogue Trader. If I feel like doing more Rogue Trader, it's just left a bad taste in my mouth whenever a CRPG dialogue choices don't matter. Literally, the strength of CRPG is having your dialogue choices matter. Feel kind of gypped about that. Oh well, that was one bit of story that we're done with for now, I think.
Yeah, those forced options can be rough.
Hooray! Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis is prepared for the communion ritual, which is to rest in the quarters first. Fair enough, Voxmaster. Hooray! The source of the sun wave of unease is just... Okay. First, I wish to speak with the Rogue Trader. Leave us. Okay. When you're ready, please let me know. Okay, are you gonna destroy my brain? Okay, let me just see where the last game save is. Yeah, that's literally the last autosave. Okay. Right, let's just call it a video. Meaning it's time now to thank my members. Where are my members? Thank you, Apilux, Manta, Double, Nafavika, Chopper, Technon. I'm a fan for being members at the time of streaming, getting to watch vids early, getting some cool badges and emojis for whenever you comment. And that's pretty much it for today. I might just update people on what's happening tomorrow. Not much. It's just me playing a little bit of more Rogue Trader, but we'll see. We'll see how Rogue Trader feels tomorrow. And
have a good day, Biggie and all.
Yeah, like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more, click on the bell, get notified for when I go live, and get some cool badges and emojis if you decide to press the join button or follow me on Twitch. But that's it for today. It's me and Biggie, and I'll be back. See you guys in a bit. Bye for now.